Alright, April Spotlight is here. There are two new switch hitters who are coming in today. I have my thoughts on this, and they're not good. I think SDS, a sneaky, slimy, becoming Blizzard-like. And I've said that plenty, but I think they outdid themselves with this top fucker. Personally, dare I say. So that being said, we're going to jump into this. First, going to look at it. We'll talk about some of the stuff. There's a vomit. A lot of it is packed. Packs are content, guys. Packs are content. Don't forget that. Buy your packs. Buy fucking packs. Don't give these. Let's take a look at it. We'll see what there is to be seen. Is this stuff worth your time and all that stuff? And what they did, because fucking hell, they did a thing. Let's get into this before I have an aneurysm. Okay, so the two cards here, for those of you who don't know, are good old-fashioned Chipper Jones and Elly De La Cruz, being the Retro Lightning and Chipper, and the regular Lightning here in Elly. Also, if we go over here, some new Spotlight Drop 5. Earn program and pack. Ben Rice is in the program. Matt Olson is one of 18 new players in a fucking pack, because God forbid, we get outside of it. So here's, and by the way, this thing became now mandatory. That's neither here. So again, today, new program. Tomorrow, or on Thursday, a new program. 8th is going to be a live show. I'm sure that'll be another shit show. 30 in program XP and Weekend Classic, and then May Spotlight Drop 1 alongside the first roster update of the year. All I gotta say is that Jordan update better be slapping, because they just said nope, nothing there. They did give Soriano a card in the collection, but I don't know how easy that will be to get. So let's just jump into this nonsense. In terms of the packs, because this is where the content is, Lord knows it, there are 18 fucking cards in a pack. They do give you 6, and it does look like those 6 can be used. However, where they kind of ripped the rug out from under us, and why part of me was just like, I hate you, because I think this is kind of asinine, is now this, here's the whole thing. This is now mandatory. Why? Because you need to be spinning the wheel to be getting these cards. They really haven't done much of anything. I think keep my eye on it. They are slowly descending. I don't know how much longer this will go. People are panic buying and panic selling. I don't know why. A part of me thinks they figured this would have happened anyway, so everyone's sort of going. I think this collection for Chipper is going to be very expensive. Like Sal Stewart's dropping quite a bit here. Angel Martinez. Like, I have William Contreras. I pulled him from mine. They're kind of coming down slowly, but it's not really thing. And then he's not used in any sort of fashion, so keep that for what it's worth. I don't necessarily know where or what it. I have a lot of thoughts. Let's just jump into this. So for no reason, they did decide to give us 2 Tops Now cards. Samuel Balacero. We won't, I guess, just because of how many cards there are. I don't think we're necessarily going to be breaking things down here. He's okay. I don't think he's going to be jumping at anyone's catcher, especially with the very low pop time. Probably not going to be using him a lot, but he will be there for the collection alongside Spencer Torkelson. He's got some really good power, decent-ish contact. He plays first, so it doesn't really matter too much. He might be a slightly viable option if you really need it, but he fits Tiger's theme team, and that's good enough for a win. Right, now let's talk about these April Spotlight cards. So starting off here, again, overalls are low. I have plenty to talk about if I wanted to rip into them, because I think these guys really just want to stick it. First up here is Daniel Scheinman. He's got really good contact, decent power. Again, he's going to be very reliant on a power mod, it looks like. Push him over that 80 mark. Defensively, he's pretty good for center field. He can play everywhere. Can't necessarily go back on the ball pretty like anything extravagant. He's got a good arm. 86 arm strength, 82 accuracy. So he's a free to play option there in center field. Doesn't have a ton of speed to make up for anything, but If you're one of those guys who wants a bigger window and stuff, it'll help a ton there. Granted, higher, but I think these cards should have been 90 volts. I think they should be higher than the tops now. Call me crazy. Josh Young, who absolutely hit the piss out of the ball this month. He did better against righties and lefties for sure. 108.78 righties, 63.80 lefties. Defense is okay. Arm accuracy is there. He fits to a degree. Again, he's going to be preemptive on a mod. I think a contact power mod is going to be good for him. Get boost up, bring that weak side up a little bit. Or maybe it's not him against lefties. I guess that's an option. So next be Justin Warbowski here, a starting pitcher. Per nines are very okay. His K per nine against lefties is absolutely low. Hit per nine is okay. His K per nine again against righties is okay. Probably a K. Put a per nine mod on him. Fastball, slider, curve, sinker, and a circle change. I don't think you're going to see him in any sort of capacity. But what do I know? He did pretty well. He had a 0.69 ERA. DJ Abrams, who's going to be a defensive liability for sure. 97 contact, 105 power versus right. 83-60 against lefties. Defense is average. As you can see, their arm strength a little bit average. Fielding mod might do him well, unless you really want that pop. Speed's in the 70 percentile. Again, I think it's just like, we'll kind of see. So there's that. Shang Bangaliers is here. Bangies has good pop time again. I think the best pop time I've seen is on that Real Muto card. So 95. So he should be good. But he's got a stick. 93, 76, 103, 95 against righties and lefties. Good arm, decent ability back there behind the plate. So he might be a sneaky catcher. Take a power mod on him. I guess I hate how these cards rely on mods. And then here's the packs. There are a ton of cards in here. A guy who won Player of the Month got this card. Mario Vargas. Andy Paez did really well. Jordan Walker was absolutely on fire. So you got some decent cards here, and the mystery man is Bryce Elder. So you got some good guys here. There's two Braves in here. Good old. And there's Chase Water. There's Matty O, who I would love to get in here. We'll just sort of breeze through these guys. Matty O, good power, good defensively. I think he's a pretty snazzy card. Chase Water, if you walk into him, good per nines. Throws pretty hard. He was supercharged for a while. He's got an outlier, of course, fastball. Not too shabby. Vargas here. I figured he'd have a little bit more pop, but I know he's a little bit more of a contact guy. Over 100 on the contact. 95 power versus lefties. He is a switch hitter, can play everywhere, so he might be like a utility switch hitter kind of guy if you need some pop, especially against the lefty. Andy Paez had a really good month. Good over 100 on the contact, 75-ish power. You could boost it. Fielding's going to be adequate. Arm is good as well. Again, talk about this raw ability on mods. You might have a good power mod, maybe power contact would be but we will see how that goes. Jordan Walker. Good power, good contact. 86, 70. Decent. Again, if you can pull him, I think his fielding's adequate. I would DH him. Hear that. Performs better when teams. Oh, it's a rally. Interesting. Okay. Xavier Edwards. He's going to be speed contact. Shocker. He plays second and stuff. So we'll kind of see how that goes as well. Balstarios. Pretty snazzy there as well. Not too shabby. Again, his defense is just not helpful in any capacity, which is bad. And I don't think he's good enough to be a DH. Maybe a righty pinch hitter if you need him in a pinch late in the game, possibly. Liam Hicks, top 3 home runs and catchers. Again, you gotta hit righties really, really well. Can't hit lefties for shit, but hey, good there. Again, pop time I think is really important for catchers. It's not the best either. But again, you're looking for pinch hitters. I think does he have the pinch hitting port? Let me see. I thought that was a pinch hitting. Oh, bad ball hitter, situational hitter, fighter. Okay, interesting. So, interesting. Luis Varlin, who now is the closer, good ERA. Per 9's pretty decent. Hit per 9 versus righty isn't bad. The velocity there is good. He does have outlier, so I think he'll be in a lot of people's spins if they do pull him. It's going to be expensive. Bryce Elder, who's very much outperformed. Slider, four-seam, sinker, cutter, circle, change. Control is there. Stamina is okay. He's a righty, but again, is he in very getting abilities rotation? Maybe, maybe not. But there's that. And the last card here is Benjamin Rice. Everyone's kind of waiting for this guy. 91, 98 on the contact, 98, 102 on the power. He does have catcher secondary. Probably would have used him back there, but again, I think the pop time is a very big, very big stat. So that's something to keep an eye on. Is keep that in your mind when you're doing this. But I think as a first baseman, that'll be just fine. And I'm sure Yankee fans who love Ben Rice are absolutely ecstatic. So in terms of this, knock out these moments. It'll at least give you, I think the way they do these is they give you the first two cards. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. 35 yield you, it'll give you the first one. So you'll be 5 off. And then it's just missions. The events still go on, throw these dudes in missions and just rock your socks off or play mini seasons. Spotlight collections there, and it talks about these as well. This yield, I don't know why that yields you just 1 point. I don't understand this. And then it talks about the 16 for those. Why they yield you 1 is beyond me. In terms of missions, XP with any spotlights at the top now. These two give you 20. Hits give you 15 total bases. Outfielders, innings pitch, and that. So this isn't as bad as it used to be. I think you'll knock it out. It's a couple hours for sure. Now let's talk about the Lightning player. All right, let's take a look here. Take a look-ski. Look-ski. Lightning player, Elly De La Cruz. I have heard that this card's not exactly built to last. It's fine. His speed, 75 speed. Is this Savant speed that bad? I was closer to 90. Anywho, Elly card, I think his speed will he'll do really, really well. Contact is 90, 95, 80, 97 power. He has been hitting lefties a lot better. And righties was his better side. So this is interesting. Ability is 81. His defense is okay, but I think his arm will make up for it. So going to the right or left will be A-okay on that front. So there's that. Now let's talk about the Retro Lightning, because holy shit, I have some thoughts. In terms of this, it does look like... So here's the issue. And this is my call, and it might be me on my soapbox. It might be being spoiled fucker. I'm gonna be honest. I hate this. These are all pack cards. These are not. There is not a card here from the Spotlight, the regular Spotlight outside. Like, I'm not even saying the ones that are the free, like, ones. The program cards that are Spotlight do not go in here. This is a pay-to-win player. And I don't like it at all. I think this practice is predatory. I think it's stupid. When you're doing this and saying, hey, these pack cards are going to lead you to this. And here's the funny part about this. I think they put Soriano in here. He deserved a card. I sort of in the back of my head thought they would do like a split thing where it's like, here's a pitcher, here's a hitter, because of how they've been doing it. They kind of did do this. Soriano's been amazing. He got his ass handed to him last night. Neither here nor there. His per 9s are really good. His velocity's there. Sinker, four-seam, knuckle curve, splitter, slider. Everything's green except for control. Put a control mod on him. It's fine. But again, his walks were kind of high, if I recall. He's really good. Chipper Jones, is he going to be worth it? Probably. Not a bad chipper card. His defense is decent. But, I mean, look. 102, 106, you can't go wrong with that. 105, 75 on the power. He's going to hit. I will say this being a paid collection is insane. That all these cards are just pack cards. There's not The six you got here, I think, would have been fine. I don't know what this any pack is. I sort of wondered if this means any as in any April, because this is April Spotlight. So are there the Top Now cards here, or is it just one of these? Is it just you get that one for free if you get 5? I don't know. I don't like this. I think this is very stupid of them. I think it's very predatory. I think it's basically saying, hey, you want this collection? And by the way, it is 500,000 stubs to, if you were to buy what you would need, this is 16 cards. 16 cards. Look, I'm not going to tell you how to spend your stubs or anything. And like I said, it does look like these prices are going down. Well, now they're back up. So I don't know what this market's doing. I'm not going to tell you to spend your stubs. I think this is just asinine, but we'll sort of see how this plays out. But we can go from there. Like I said, I don't like this. I think the way they handle this is ridiculous. So those cards, and if you're like, well, what are those cards good for? Well, let me show you. If we go to flashbacks and legends, guess where they do show up. So this is them saying, we're helping you out here. So if we go to Spotlight and we go down, we take a look at this. This is where all those are. So guess how many cards you now have if you do. This is what I'm laughing at. If you do, so you get the 5 from the program, the 6 is 11, plus the 1 for Cortez being the 12th one. And their good graces are basically telling you, hey, you get this voucher basically for free, it looks like. Which is by far funny as hell to me. But if you want Chipper, it's going to cost you a pretty penny. And I think this is going to be similar to last year's first retro card, where I don't think people are going to get him. A lot of people are going to get Chipper, and I think that's going to change things later on, and it'll be overcorrected, and it'll kind of fall into the same vein we had last year, where you're not... The first one's going to be damn near unobtainable. And I don't know how they're going to correct it. I think them losing Pat, I don't know. Because I have a funny suspicion they put more Spotlight cards in there versus packs, but don't give you the chance to pack the cards outside of the event, and having you play that event, which is a bang your head against the wall thing, to help you maybe get a free card or help you along that way. So I don't know. I don't like it. Maybe I'm insane, but it just feels very stupid that we're separating these cards where it's like they're in the same category. Oh, just not that one. You gotta put you gotta pull them and you gotta pay. I don't like it. I think it's asinine, and I think they're just being greedy. So call me crazy. Call me old school. I don't know. Just let me know. All right, those are your 2 lightning cards. Again, it seems like the last couple of years when it comes to these bigger things, I'm like, why are you the way you are, SDS? You need to stop it. But anywho, at least it looks like it'll be fun again. There's plenty of stuff I don't like, but maybe you do. Maybe you're like, hey, cool, it's fine. Prices will come down. I hope they do. I'm not holding my breath. I think SDS is going down a very dangerous road here with how they're operating and how they're kind of trying to do things, and I think it's just dirty and predatory. So maybe I'm wrong. Let me know down below if you guys think differently. And with all that being said, my name's Specs, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.